What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Wait a minute. The main issue many men have with beautiful women, the main issue, and it's really not the women themselves, but more within the man. And it's very simple. Too many men put beautiful women up on a pedestal. Put them on a pedestal, treat them like a goddess, treat them like an object, you know? And that's with a lot of us, you know? Even when we talk about having sex with them. I mean, even myself, when you talk about saying, I'm going to hit it, but not her. And this is a major issue. Because I was thinking about the video I did today, and, you know, because I said many beautiful women are lonely, and of course, you know, you always got somebody who's like disagree or something like that. And like one in particular inspired this video, because the guy said, you know, he had problems believing beautiful women be lonely. I said, how many do you know? And he actually said one. I'm like, come on, man. See, here's the thing. A lot of guys actually don't know beautiful women. Because let's be real out here. Even this stuff, when we're talking about either red pill or black pill, any of the damn pills, it got to do with beautiful women. Because most of these guys who call themselves, even those guys who call themselves black pill, shit, if they stayed in their lane, they probably find a woman. Let's be real. If you're talking about game, what's that all about? Getting beautiful women. High value man, getting beautiful women. That's the real issue. But the problem is a lot of guys don't treat these women as human beings. They treat them as objects. They treat them as something to worship. And that's where a lot of guys be fucking up at. Yeah, I'm going to say fucking up. Because you putting this, okay, this woman who was just either blessed genetically or worked to get there is still human. She can't walk on water. She can't raise the dead. Yeah, she can turn somebody on sexually, but shit. Let's be real. Oh, damn, what the fuck happened out here? Okay. Look like somebody spilled some trash. Anyway, you know, if you think about sex appeal, shit, you got some average looking women who know how to like push some buttons. Shit. Well, I mean, what's special about it? Okay, they look good. First of all, most of them have a shelf life. So it's like very, 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 very few women going to look good like into like old age. Shit, a lot of guys be talking about the wall, but you putting this being just I mean, and seriously, that's all they got is a good combination of genetics. That's it. And even then, depending on the culture they in, they might not be seen as beautiful. Let's just be real on it. Ideals of beauty differ across different races and cultures. You know, you might have that slim white woman who looking all cute and stuff to some white guys, but then some brothers like where her booty at. Let's just be real. So the shit is very subjective. The shit is very subjective to begin with. But whatever the case, however you look at them, however you find beauty, they still human. But see, some guys making an assumption, always making some assumptions about these women because they haven't dealt with them. Because, look, and I said this in the last video, I said this in response to that young man, and because why I know I've dealt with beautiful women all my life. And the one thing you find is once you get past their beauty, they're regular people. Shit. They can be just as goofy. Shoot, they can be into the comic books just like you. You know, they ain't so above everybody that you can't get with them if you're in the same environment. Because really, if you want to meet a beautiful woman, shit, you just simply need to be in the same environment. You know, that shit got to stop. And see, this go back a long way for me. I told the story before. I'll tell it again. When I was a freshman year in college, me and the fellas, we sit at a table in the cafeteria, be checking out the ladies as they came out with their food and stuff. Saw this one. She was just real pretty. And the guys were going crazy over, man. They were like, yeah, she awesome. She was a petite white girl, Irish. right? Real cutie. Guys were going crazy. And I was just casual sitting there. I said, oh yeah, I know her, she cool. And they were like, hey, Rom, there ain't no way she would talk to you, no way. And I just looked at her. I was just saying, yeah, whatever. Because I knew that young lady. One, we had a class together. And even before that, even before I took the first class at that school, before I sat in the first class, it was orientation. We had orientation. We were staying in the house. I had to move my stuff. To a dorm. Who helped me? She helped me. She came over, saw me dragging a couple of suitcases. She said, hey, can I help you with that? She came over to me. We were real cool. There's even a brochure from the school, St. Joseph's University in the 80s, with both of us on it. I mean, we in a classroom and shit. And then I thought about another brochure with another very beautiful woman. This one is Hispanic. There's a couple pictures of us on brochures. And they were both cool. Every time, every beautiful, very beautiful woman I've known, they were just cool. Now, yeah, you can get a bitch every now and then, but you know what? That's still human. Because once you talk to them, you like, you know what? Outside their looks, they all right. But I don't deify them. Like I said in the other video, I had beautiful women in my family. My mother. In fact, she's part of the reason why I don't put a beautiful woman on a pedestal. My mother suffered from mental illness all my life. You know, she went through some stuff. Yet she was a paid black model in the 50s. Paid. In 50s money, she would get $5 a show. I'm not even sure what that is. I say 1959. I know some people be looking up shit. If somebody feel like it, look up how much $5 in 1959 equal in 2022. Just go find it yourself. Seriously. So she getting paid. She even thought about opening a modeling school, but there were some other issues. But one of the things I learned from that is I don't care what the woman look like. No matter what the woman looks like, there's going to be some issues. They got brains. I've met some women. I got a friend who's very attractive older woman. She real cool. Me and her, you know, she like a sister to me. And she'd actually been in some magazines when she was younger. She was talking about some anxiety issues. Everybody got some. They're human. Talk to them. And see, you know, it's easy to talk about the problems. And even, you know, sometimes guys will focus on the problems, but really, they trying to focus on the problems to try to break the woman down because they know they putting that woman on a pedestal. You don't have to do it. Just put them on. Hey, look, just talk to them regular. Just talk to them regular. That's why you'll get some women, some very beautiful woman with a regular guy. He was like, he probably just talked to her. He probably just talked to her like she's normal. And plus, on another level, guys be making assumptions. You really don't know what that very beautiful woman like. Because let me use a type of beautiful woman I've talked about before, swans. Because I got a young friend, and I talked about that in the video. I know a lot of very attractive young ladies who calling me Uncle Rom too, just in the area. And some of them follow me on IG. And, you know, seriously, I talk to them and they be telling me some stuff. But I know this one young lady, she a definite swan, like natural beauty. But she was saying when she was like younger, in her teens, she had bulimia. She was dealing with some serious issues. You wouldn't know that looking at her and being around her. But she was a swan. I've met a few women like that. They were swans. Come on. Because a swan is basically a woman, ugly duckling, when they were young, and then they just grow into their beauty. They might lose some weight, fall into it. Yeah, they might fall, you know, become beautiful. They still had those issues. In fact, those ones who swans, that's a lot of times why they'll deal with a guy, a man that other men will look at and say, oh, you know, what's she doing with him? He might resemble her imprint. And one thing I'm going to start doing, every time I bring up imprint, I'm going to be very clear. The imprint is the combination of the first 3 men. If you ain't in that first 3, you didn't imprint her. Anybody saying some shit, remember, I introduced Imprint to this damn space. I introduced it. Anybody else, and the only one who could add something to it intelligently was Master Teacher BGS. If you ain't get something from either one of us, it don't matter, all right? But anyway, you know, you don't know what the woman's imprint is like. She might have been that nerdy girl in school. And I've met some very beautiful women. They tell you what they did in high school or show some pictures. You'd be like, that's you? Seriously. I remember this one writer I met, lady writer I met. When I first met her, shoot, I shared a pic of her with my private crew. I said, damn, this is a real dime. I seen a pic of her like when she was young though. I was like, oh snap, total nerd. That's the thing, but they got all of that. See, here's the thing. The thing with beauty, yeah, you got some natural beauties, you got some women who work to it. I don't care how they got there. If they got put on makeup, whatever, they still want to talk. They still human. They still bleed. They still fart. I remember I had this hot ass woman in my car one time. You know, real cool. She used to dress frumpy all the time. I even told her, I said, damn. I mean, she was gorgeous and didn't even dress up. But we went to this play back in the day. Was it? No, not play, a show. I think it was a print show. Man, good Lord. Had this cat suit on, looking all fine. Still farted in my car. Not farted, she farted. I was like, that wasn't one of those little poops, like poop. Oh, excuse me. No, it was like, it's like, God damn, girl. Shit, roll your window down. She just laughed about it, but she was cool though. She was real cool. See, that's the thing. And you know, her thing was even how the type of men that she liked. It wasn't even so much about how the guy looked. Yeah. If the guy looked handsome, she was cool, but she looked for like certain personalities in a man. And shit. She looked for certain personalities in a man. And that's one thing I found talking with these women over the decades. Once you get past their look, they can have a range of interests. They can have an intelligent conversation with you. Shit. I remember this woman, she was from Argentina. Hot as hell. Getting a PhD in political science. Man, me and her used to talk some serious politics. I mean, seriously, she get down talking some stuff. I mean, and that's every single one I've known. Every single one I've known. But the thing was, I was able to get to know him. I ain't put him on a pedestal. I didn't look at him like, I'm like, oh, you cute. You gonna eat that burger? Seriously, it was like, cause you just talk to them, just find out. Shit. You know, they got interest. They go to school. Like I'm checking out Love Island. They had that whole thing, Casa Amor. One of the new women they brought in is pre-law. Shoot, I knew another young lady, very attractive, actually graduated law school and stuff. Man, I remember being, because she lived in the same apartment building I lived in when I was in D.C. You know, the Berkshire, over there by American University. I said I started helping out the detractors for doxing me. So it was the Berkshire. I remember we were down, shoot. She had a bunch of people over at her place watching The Usual Suspects with Kaiser Soze. And then had a deep discussion about it after the movie was out. I was like, man, she was doing some stuff. She was hot as hell. And that's the thing. And I'm saying, speaking of hot, even an average looking woman with a killer ass body and just that off the chain sex appeal, because they're not the same thing. Even then, some guys be putting them on pedestals, act like they can't talk. Look, she's human. Just talk to them. I remember I was on this government job, had this intern, real pretty, real sensible, grown little girl. This guy in there, he was acting like he was just scared to talk to her. I just started talking to her just to mess with his head. It's easy. Just treat them like they're human. And she was on some deep stuff. This real pretty girl, but shoot, she was like, she was on some serious like Pan-Africanism, some black nationalism, and she was deep with it. But the thing was, she was still human, you know. And that's the thing. See, and I said that in Nice Guys and Players. Like I said, nice guys, that's the main reason nice guys lose out on attractive women. You putting them on a pedestal. You being nice instead of calling her for some bullshit she do, because let me be clear, I'm talking about some of the nice stuff they do. Since they human, they want to do some bullshit. They want to say something that annoy you. They going to fight in your car. Yeah, no, fight. You know, I got to throw some little bit of comedy in there. Yeah, they're going to do all that. See, the nice guy would have ignored her. He'd have been all polite. Yeah, she farted in my car. It smells, but, you know, Rom was like, roll your window down. Damn, what the fuck you eat? That's one reason she liked, because I used to tell her, I said, damn, why you always dressing frumpy? She didn't that night, though, but otherwise, I was like, shit. And she used to laugh about it. See, I can mess with them good natured because I'm not putting them on a pedestal. See, here's the problem. A lot of guys, most men, I'm going to say most men, except for the truly select, really, and even some of them can get hung up over a woman. Most men, one, they see that woman, they're afraid to talk to her, or if they do it in such a way where they got to get up their nerve, and the nervousness still shows, you know? And then a lot of times, let's be real, a lot of guys, if I would ask several guys, okay, how many like very attractive women, I'm gonna say 7 and up, you've actually met, just met, not even know, just met in your life, they couldn't give me a real number, like met, and I ain't talking about like some escorts or something, like just regular beautiful women. How many you met? Now I wouldn't expect somebody to say like, oh yeah, hundreds, thousands, unless, well, if somebody said that, I'll say, okay, what profession were you in to meet them? Because I know generally how to meet them. Just in general, like a regular person, regular man can meet these women in certain professions. I'll give you one as a clue. If you work retail, all you have to do is hang around. In retail, most of the time, depending on the store especially, and depending on the area you're in, you can just like hang out near the cosmetics section and stuff and meet them. Shit. When I was working retail, that's how I know a few of them. Because they there. And they into different stuff. But I would ask them, they would, you know, the average guy wouldn't be able to say anything. But see, guys making assumptions. They making assumptions. They put on they don't know her shit. That's the bottom line. You really don't know. You can assume all you want, but you don't know. Like I said, you talk to them, they into different shit. You don't know how many guys trying to holler or how they even responded. And like I said, I think I got a video coming up where I mentioned a couple real pretty women, they lesbians, and I know them both. I know them actually from retail. I knew them separately and shit. Now they together. 2 pretty lesbians. Shit, nude is up, shoot. Even some of the ones who get into diesel work, shout out Master Teacher BGS, sex work strippers. Because I know this one, she used to be a like top level stripper, dancer, like at one of those high-end clubs. Man, I gotta watch her though. See, if I say something to annoy her, she can probably hack that Nassau. she could hack Nassau. I mean, look. And that's how we got to know each other. It was like, okay, you beautiful. All right. Damn, we be talking about everything else. We be talking about everything else. I remember we be talking about, y'all remember that movie Twilight? I used to mess with her. I say, damn, you in that movie? You were into that? She was like, yeah, I love stuff like that. She was that type watching, like, go to see it, like, several times, being in the theater by herself. And she totally happy housewife now, but that's who she was. You know? But that's any woman. See, look, don't put women, see, here's a lesson. Don't put the woman on it. Okay, she look good. Okay, fine. Say hi to her, talk to her. And that's a big thing too. Just talk to them. Seriously, that social skills thing is major. If you just talk to a lot of these women, you'll find out. You find out, you know what, they down to earth, they joke around, everything. And yes, there will be some bitches among them, some mean girls among them. But just living in life, I've seen more mean girls who are ugly as fuck. You ever see those women, they ugly as fuck, out of shape, ugly as fuck, and they can't even be nice about it? You be looking at them and say, well, damn, you could at least be nice. Shit. So they all the same. In fact, I would just say, when you talk the same way you had that conversation with just a regular conversation with an ugly woman, like you just shooting the breeze, you know, you real calm. She ain't doing much. She ain't turning you on, so you real calm. Have that same calmness with a beautiful woman. Have the exact same calmness, and it'll go a long way. Have the exact same calmness. And yeah, you gotta flirt. Let me understand, like when you want to take a flirt, you want to compliment them. Here's the thing, and I said it in the last video, head upstairs. Or if you see something on them, try to avoid saying, oh, you beautiful, or you got a nice body. Avoid doing that. Avoid that, because she heard it 1,000 times. You don't stand out. But if she's wearing like maybe some shirt with a message on it, say, oh, that's a nice shirt. Or she got something on her. Like I remember had a brief conversation with this young lady who was wearing some yin and yang earrings. I was like, oh, okay, that's deep. I remember another one. We were talking. She had the Indian deity Ganesh tattooed on her arm. So I said, oh, okay. You look for something on them that's not obvious. Don't be like, oh, you got that beautiful face. Oh, you beautiful. Oh, you fine. She know that shit. Because about 15 dudes probably said it before that. Because like I said in the other video, yeah, they're going to get plenty of attention. But how many of those guys just going to walk up and have just a regular conversation? Attention and just a regular conversation, regular meeting are two different things. So, you know, so even when you want to take it further with them, find something on them that they had to fix up. Like they might, like if it's a beautiful woman that you see all the time, like at a grocery store, just a retail store or something, and they change their hair, say, oh, okay, I like that style. You gotta just change, but don't go crazy over their face unless they make some comment that's related to it. Like if you get someone who say, because you got some beautiful women, some very beautiful women, they don't think they're beautiful. And then even then you got to compliment and say, girl, come on now, you know you look beautiful. What's up with that? Come on now. And then find out why she even thinking that. That if you show that you really care, that'll turn her on. She'd be looking at you different. It's like, damn, all these other guys be just trying to get in the pussy. He actually cares. Boom. So anyway, y'all, that's all I got for now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and